Hey, everybody, and welcome to CarnivorousGrama Speaks Women of Wisdom series. I'm so glad to be back with you again tonight with my friend Kendra, my sister. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and read my scripture, which is Proverbs 14:1. It's been so long since I've done one of these that I totally forgot that I need to have my scripture ready. But what it says is, the wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands, the foolish one tears hers down. And as you know, this is the scripture for the Women of Wisdom series because women has so much power around food and eating and what we're doing with the family. So, and we are literally building a physical house. So welcome back to the show, Kendra.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So glad that you could be here with us tonight. So we actually had three ladies that were planning to join us tonight, and two of them had a conflict. And so we're happy that Kendra's here with us. We are talking tonight about what it is like to be 90 days carnivore. So this show is where we highlight real women who are transforming their health one meal at a time. Of course, you guys know that my name is Robyn, and I am your carnivorous grandma. And we're celebrating a milestone today. So Kendra has accomplished and bypassed her 90 days carnivore journey. So we're happy to welcome you back. We're going to talk about what has changed for her, what's been challenging, and where she is headed next. So I do have another scripture. This is our affirmation. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And that's Galatians 6:9. So Kendra, do you want to go ahead and just reintroduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am Mrs. Kendra Fogelman. I am a registered medical assistant. I am married. I've been married for almost 10 years. And I've been on carnivore for almost 100 days. And I got introduced. I got introduced to carnivore by you, my sister, just by watching you for the 2 years that you've been doing it. So, just a bit about myself.
Awesome. Can you share with us what were your reasons or your day one goals for starting carnivore?
To get rid of my migraines. That was the number one goal. Of course, I wanted to lose weight. I had tried everything. So it was an act of desperation to get healthy. I turned 50 in February, and I really had a goal before then that by 50, I wanted to be in the best shape of my life. And I prayed about it, and the Lord, he said, you have to do something different if you want something different. And so me and you talked like a week before my birthday, and I started.
That's awesome. I have your pictures here
Yes.
from January, I believe, and then just a
February.
couple pictures from February. Okay, sorry, I got the wrong day
Yeah.
on here, but let me share
Yeah.
it. I'll go ahead and present the screen, and you can talk us through what we're seeing on this image. So hold
Okay.
on 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Well, hello. Hey, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here. We're going to do it this way. All right. There you are. So that was February, you guys. I got the day wrong, the month wrong, but
Yeah. January,
February.
February. Yeah. Somewhere in there. And then May. And then a few weeks after that second one is May 24th. So that was the other day I took that one. So I the thing about it is like I feel like I've lost almost 20 pounds in this, but
Congratulations.
I feel like the scale, I mean, and that's good and I'm happy about that, but I feel like I see it more than the scale. I should say
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I mean? Like I can see
Yep.
it better, like in clothes and stuff, than on the scale. So,
I
but
agree.
yeah,
I completely agree. Yep.
yeah. So,
So what I don't know if you want to share what your weight was, your starting weight, and then where you are today.
my starting weight my starting weight was 231 when I started carnivore. I had lost like 25 pounds before then over a year span, and that was just by
Okay.
fasting. But yeah, so I started off at like 253. Then when I started carnivore, I was 231, and then now I am 213, 4, something like that.
Wow. Nice. Congratulations. I mean, a lot of people want to lose weight and will use, ways of eating for losing weight, for weight loss. I can appreciate that your primary goal really had nothing to do with weight loss. I mean, I think we all want to lose a little weight,
Yeah,
but that wasn't the
yeah,
main thing for you. So
no.
has let's start with, how was your health before you started? We know you had migraines. How was your energy? How was your mindset before you started carnivore?
I was always tired, always tired. When I woke up, I was tired. When I went to sleep, I was tired. I wasn't sleeping good at night. Um, I just was felt kind of hopeless as far
Mm.
as the migraines. Like I feel like they were getting worse and um, going on for longer days, periods of time. So yeah, and I just felt kind of hopeless. I felt hopeless on what to do about this weight. I like I said, I felt like I tried everything, and I really wanted to be healthy. That was really the thing. You know what I mean? I want to be healthy in all areas, my emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So I wanted to. I didn't know how to get there. I just didn't know how to start it. I didn't know how to get to the goal that I have in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So, can you share, kind of the benefits that you have seen from, first of all, tell us what you're eating. I think that's probably something that people will be interested in knowing is, what kind of things are you eating? And then talk a little bit about what has changed since you started carnivore a little over 90 days ago.
I am eating bacon. I am eating steak. I am eating ground beef. Um, I don't eat much chicken, eggs, a lot of eggs. I was eating and shrimp. I was eating a lot of Alfredo sauce. I was eating a lot of cheese when I first, up until recently. Um, and I drink coffee and I drink, and I use a lot of butter, of course, beef tallow and bacon grease, things like that.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's about it. Like I keep it pretty simple for the
Yeah.
most part, and I'm trying to simplify it even more.
So let me ask this question before into we go into what has changed. What was your thought about eating all of the things that you just listed? I know that you saw me do it. You knew what I was eating, but what did you have any kind of trepidation or kind of shocked at the things that you were going to be eating when you first got started?
Yeah, I'm because I call myself not like a meat girl, like a meat eater, like that. So, I ate salads and fruit and, things like that, vegetables. I love the side dishes. I didn't really get into the meat so much. So, yeah, I was like, that's crazy. Now, me and you talked about it. I was like, your biggest critic. Like, what? That is, you know what I mean? So, I definitely was like, I don't see how that all the old mindsets that I see is foolish now. But then I was, into that and, thought that that's crazy to eat that much meat. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I definitely felt that way at first.
What about the fat? Like, I know that you have tried
Oh.
some eating some beef fat. What was your thought around eating fat prior to starting carnivore?
So that's funny because I always knew that fat didn't make you fat. I knew that
Okay.
part. And I liked fat. Like I love steak fat. When you bring the prime rib on Christmas, I want the fat off that. So I always liked that part of it. And now it's just, I feel even better about it. It's like candy.
I totally agree. Let's say
Yeah.
hi to some folks that are in the chat this evening. Thank you guys so much for being here. Jay is here. Hey, Jay. So glad that you could join us tonight. And then Calparina.
Mhm.
Calparina's here, country girl. So glad that you're here with us tonight. And she says, hello, everyone. And then we've got Nana BC. Hey, Nana BC. So glad that you are here. And Susan Hampton, I have not seen you in ages. It's good to see you back in the chat this evening. So welcome, 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 everybody. Let us know if you got some questions for Kendra. Please let us know, because I feel like there's so much value in hearing from people who are just getting started. And Kendra's been doing this for, what did you say, almost 100 days now.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, it's so profound. That's why I wanted to bring back the people that I'm coaching. They came at 30 days, and now she's here again to talk about what it is like to be a 90-day carnivore. So I'm very, very thankful to you, Kendra, for being back here with me tonight to talk about this, because people are curious. I mean, I think a
Yeah.
lot of people are wondering, what is it like to be on carnivore? What am I going to eat? And what's it going to be like? So Sandra's here. Hey, Sandra, welcome
Mhm.
back. She says, congratulations on your 90 days.
Thank
So
you. I see it.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
yes, yes, yes. We're very, very, I'm super
Mhm.
proud of her, because like she said, she was one of the people who was like, what the heck? What the heck are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? When
Yeah,
are you going to be
definitely.
stopping that
You're right.
craziness?
I just don't. I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. Now I get it. I definitely get it, and I find myself talking to people like you, all the time. Like I'm never. I was like, I'm never gonna be like. When I started, I was like, I'm not gonna be telling people about carnivore, but you can't help it. Like I get it now. Like I get it why you want everybody around you, the people you love, people just to know about it, and you want to tell them about it. And I'm like, I'm the same way now. I was talking about it last night at dinner, like trying to get your child, your daughter on it. So but
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're trying. We're working on her. We're working on
Yeah.
her. It's a funny thing, because I always say, never say, like, I could never do that.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
This is
because I think, first of all, it's one of my pet peeves. I hate it when people say that after when they've never tried
right.
something,
Exactly.
because you never know what you can do and the
Right.
amazing benefits that you're going to see. So I do want to talk about this comment that Jay made, because I think that you have started to find this already. Jay says, I'm sure as time goes on, you'll naturally gravitate toward higher fat cuts of meat and taper off of the dairy. It's a natural evolution once you start.
I'm doing it now, Jay. I'm doing it now. I definitely am. I have been eating more steaks, more eggs, and just kind of backing off the dairy. As time goes on, I see that it's really not serving me. Even the coffee, like it's just not. It doesn't love me, and so I would just want to feel the all the benefits of carnivore. So I feel like to cut that out would be a game changer, a more of a game changer than it is. So yeah.
I
So
think
I'm
we can
working on
do
it, Jay. I'm working on it.
I think we continue to see additional game changers. We know that Carnivore, I always say this, I think it's like my motto, that Carnivore
Yeah.
is a game changer.
Yes, it is. That is your motto.
It is a game changer, but as we go along, we continue to see additional game changers that come along and,
Right.
you know, like increasing fat. So I do want to talk a little bit about, I want to focus on what the benefits are that you have seen over the course of this 100 days on Carnivore. And can you talk a little bit about, you know, where that has gotten you to so far?
Um, Better sleep, overall better mood, which is interesting, but so true. I think it's because I am resting better at night, and just overall feeling of well-being. And I feel like I'm more confident. I've gained some of my confidence back, and I'm feeling a sense of, how can I put it, like accomplishment, that I'm doing something to better myself. I feel like a lot of women, we just take care of everybody else and not give ourselves, though all those things that we give to other people. And so just that, like, I feel good about what I'm doing, feel good about taking care of myself, and getting healthy. I just Yeah. So the mood is the biggest thing. Um I feel like I finally got, after this last bout of migraines, I feel like I finally got past it.
Mhm.
Like that, it was already tapering to a point that it was barely a migraine. I couldn't really call it a migraine. Now, I had one last like time that it was really bad a couple weeks ago, and now I'm feel like I'm on a good path. And and what it was electrolytes. Like, I
Mm.
really just underestimated how much I needed electrolytes. So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's really very interesting. How much electrolytes are you utilizing these days?
I probably need at least the very least 3 packs a day.
Mm. Okay, we're
I
gonna
think
have to
that's
make some
because,
homemade electrolytes because it's
yeah,
costly.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's I think I had an issue with that before I even started carnivore, with being hydrated. Like, you can drink water all
Mhm.
day and still not be hydrated.
Yeah.
So that, yeah. So I feel like it intensified, and that's another reason why I want to stop drinking coffee, because it dehydrates you. And
Yeah.
you can drink coffee and not be hungry and not drink any water. So I just think it's best for me to just not drink coffee.
That is awesome. I wonder what you think about the idea that you're becoming more in tune with the needs of your body.
Yes, I would agree.
Yes. I
I would
really feel
agree.
like this it's a sense of discovery. This is, and I think Denitra is the one who always says this, that this is a time when you're coming very intimately acquainted with your own
Yeah,
body.
I
Yeah.
do believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I'm very sensitive to everything. Like, I think we talked about, it was something that I just couldn't. I mean, the electrolytes. When I first started, I could drink the electrolytes, the flavor kind. I could drink them all the time, and I think that's why I really wasn't having as many headaches. But my body got sensitive to the stevia in it, the artificial flavorings or sugars in it. I just can't
Mhm.
do that. So yeah,
That's really awesome, and I think that is a thing that people, it's kind of like you have certain expectations from changing your way of life or your lifestyle, the way of eating, particularly, a lot of people want to lose weight, but knowing yourself better is one of the non-scale victories that we get from choosing this kind of a way of life, because you get in tune, like really, really in tune. Can you talk a little bit about eating the Alfredo sauce? Because I know that you was jamming. Oh, that food looked so good.
Jam.
You was tearing it up for a while.
I was.
So good.
And I just came to a point, like, it's been in the last, probably when I was getting close to 90 days, in these last, couple weeks or 3 weeks or so, I've just been like, yeah, it's just not doing it for me. I feel like I still have some inflammation a little bit. And I
Okay.
just feel like I'm, I don't feel like I'm bloated, but sometimes I do feel just a tiny bit bloated. And I know that is it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. I agree. I have a severe reaction to dairy.
Mhm.
And I think that you and I talk a lot about the fact that you're similar to me. You're
Yes.
similar
I'm
to
just like,
me in your sensitivities, like so sensitive
yeah.
to everything.
Hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm okay with it.
That's good.
Right now, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
the benefits far outweigh, you know, that. So,
I agree.
yeah.
Absolutely. So here Jay is giving us a recipe for carnivore Alfredo sauce. Whisk whipping cream into lard over medium heat and then add in the cheese. We can't have no cheese, Jay.
No,
I can't eat
no,
cheese at
it's
all.
right. And then the heavy whipping cream. It's no, it's not doing that. Dairy is just not, it's not hitting for me. Yeah. I've already cut a lot of the cheese down. So like when I make my hamburgers now, I don't put cheese on it. I haven't
Yeah.
put, yeah. The last time I did Alfredo sauce and I didn't eat that much of it. I just made pizza the other night. And I ate 2 pieces and I made it real thin crust, but I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I can do cheese every so often. Let's do that. I want to go through June. That's the June goal. So
Okay.
no dairy for June. So
That's really good. I mean, I think that's the thing that I did when I started was I started doing experiment after experiment to see what was really going on with me.
mhm.
My problem was eczema and still is. And so I just started doing all these different experiments. And that I think is one of the key things is to figure out what it is that you can actually tolerate and what really serves you. So for me,
Right.
the cheese is a no. Whipping cream is a no. I'm so sad. I was telling my husband this morning, like, man, I sure would like some heavy cream in my coffee.
Right. But
I guess I'm not a fully grown up yet because I I still miss my stuff. I
yeah,
am
I
not
mean,
grown up yet.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because I know it's holding me back. And that's what I know. I'm like, I know that it can get better than this. So I want to see it.
I
I'm one
agree.
of
It
those.
is.
Yeah.
It does. It definitely does. There's lots of comments in the chat. I'm going to just bring a few of these up. So
Mhm.
Jay says, I tell everyone, no one listens. Get it, Jay? I talked for 2 whole years. I had to like stop myself from talking to people. And they heard all about carnivore. So I was to the point where it was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything about it unless somebody asks me,
Ask. Mhm.
because and then people started asking. So that was really
Yeah.
cool.
See, I even asked you, right?
You sure did. You sure did. And then Calprina, who's country girl, says, congratulations on your 90 days. I just want to do a full 90 days of carnivore. I'm restarting carnivore tomorrow.
You
Congratulations.
got this.
You've
Yes.
got this. Come on, get into my coaching group if you want to, and I can support you through your 90 days. And then Julia is here, and she says carnivores seem to be a well-slept, happy, confident tribe of human beings, and its carny girls stick together and give support. That is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Jay says Dr. Chafee calls it intuitive eating. Yes, he does. And that's really good. So are you finding yourself, how many times a day are you eating? And how is your intuitive eating going so far?
Yeah, we just talked about that. I really, really just got into it. I literally was like walking the dog and just thinking, and I'm always trying to think of how to make things better and how to tweak something. But I was walking and I was really like thought about it. Like, it's so simple. Carnivore is so simple. Like, just eat when you're hungry and don't eat when you know what I mean? And don't eat when you're not hungry. Like, that was one of the hardest things for me, though, to be honest. So I was happy when I got there to that realization, and it's just been up from there. Like, I probably eat, it just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm super busy running around at work, I eat twice a day. If I'm not doing too much in a day, I eat once a day. And I eat a meal. I try to eat a nice big steak and 2 or 3 fried eggs and a lot of butter.
So have you ever found yourself just naturally fasting?
Yes. Yeah. Because I just wasn't. Yeah. Today I didn't eat until 2 o'clock
Yeah.
this afternoon. Just because I just was like, I'm good. Drinking my water.
Yeah. I think this is a thing that, like, we're so used to always being just a little bit hungry. And carnivore is so satiating, so satisfying that all of a sudden you find yourself just, I was talking to my mom about this actually, because my mom actually started carnivore again. She's on her 4th week. Yay. I'm
Go,
so
Grandma.
excited. But, just the fact that you don't have to eat just because it's time to eat.
Right.
And we no longer, are as hungry as we were on carbs when we were constantly needing to eat and eat a snack. Do you find yourself snacking at all?
No, I don't snack. I don't snack at all. I probably snacked 2 or 3 times in this 100 days. Like, I just don't. I don't feel the need to. You're right. So I'm full. When I eat. You taught me that. Just go ahead and eat.
Just go ahead and eat. Of
Yeah.
course, if you're going to eat, if you're hungry, eat a meal.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
you won't be hungry until it's time to eat
Right.
again. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
really, really good. I think that's a profound change from the way that things have always been with food and eating and,
Yes.
being hungry all the time, always needing a snack. And then all of a sudden you find you're like, it's just weird. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
want a snack. I'm not thinking about a
Right.
snack. I'm not thinking about
Yeah.
eating until I'm hungry again. So
Right.
that's a really nice thing.
It is.
So what has surprised you the most over these 90 days?
That I could do it. That surprised me the most. Like, that I'm still doing it. Not that I just didn't know. And I love doing it. That's probably the biggest surprise. Like, actually how good I feel and how much I've changed during this time. Like, so I'm so looking forward to the future. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. Like, I mean, just my mindset around food. Like, this is something that I've prayed about for so long, and I didn't know it was going to come in this package. So, when you be praying about something, the Lord might put it in a package that you just didn't even think about, would never, would never expect. And this is it. Like, I prayed about just my relationship with food and finally getting over the hump of up and down yo-yo dieting and trying all these things to lose weight. So I thank God that that is not my principal goal in this. It is a health protocol. It's to be healthy. So that is what I'm aiming for. The weight loss is a benefit of that, and I thank God for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. I think that's the thing is that all of our health goals that we have, you know, we didn't realize that food was causing such a big problem and wreaking havoc inside of our bodies. So we did not expect food to fix us,
Right.
but ultimately it actually does.
It does. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
amazing. And I love that, that you figured out that electrolytes, if you increase your electrolytes, then your migraines are under control. So that's really, really, that's a profound thing because a lot of people suffer from migraines and headaches,
Yeah.
and so that's really good. I'm very happy for you for that.
Yes.
Okay. So we talked about mood, we talked about sleep, we talked about your confidence. Now that's an unexpected one, like being able to have that confidence to just be you.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, and it's because I feel like because the confidence comes from just because I'm doing something for me to help me, like to and improve my quality of life, like, and it's working. And I just you just when you first start, you look at it like it's so hard, it's going to be so hard to do this, like what
Yes.
am I gonna do? What am I gonna eat? Like, how is it gonna go? But the every day that you do it, I feel like you gain confidence. Like you're like, okay, I'm doing it. Like I can do this. And it's one of the hardest things. When you've been addicted to food and sugar, and it is hard. I'm not gonna say it's just so easy. It's not. It's not easy, but I'm I'm hoping to love myself. Like I'm loving myself. This is part of self love for me. Is to help
Yeah.
to get healthy and to live a better quality of life.
I think that is fantastic. That's beautiful. Okay. So let's talk about the bad. Is there anything so you said it's hard. What has been the hardest part? And I think that this is a question that people have is like, it can't be all a bed of roses, can it?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, because okay, a prime example is my husband is not on carnivore. He doesn't eat carnivore, so I mean, I told you the other day he came home with a Sweetwater donut, honey. So I used to like donuts. Like I like Sweetwaters. But so that's hard. That's hard. He doesn't get it. And I can't tell him what to eat and this is his home too. So that's hard at times. I'm not gonna say it's always like every day it's a struggle. It's not. But some days when you feel in some type of way, then or you stressed out or whatever is going on, our thing used to be to eat food. So to that is a habit, or a mindset that's been for years. So that probably is the hardest part, that to change the mindset of what do I do with myself when I'm stressed, when I'm
Mhm.
upset, when I'm feeling some type of way, when things are not going right at work or something's going on in the family, and things like that. What do you do in these situations when you've always done what you did is eat? So, that probably is the hardest part. When you can get a hold of that and realize those triggers, or, the self reflection is the hardest part, to look inside yourself and really, 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 take note and deal with those things. That's probably the hardest part. Your mindset.
I completely agree with you on that. I think you're talking about emotional eating, and this is something
Yeah,
that we have done since children. You think about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
When you're a child and you're upset, they're gonna give you a cookie, right?
Right. Yeah,
Or, some kind of a snack, a sucker,
yeah.
something sweet and delicious to soothe those emotions.
Hmm.
And, we're just addicted to sugar. And
Yes.
so, those when those emotions come up, it can be very challenging to sit with that, to
Yeah.
just sit with it and deal with it and learn to, like I said, become intimately acquainted with yourself, and why certain things are and what those triggers might be. And then you got to deal with
Right.
it without eating a Snicker bar. And that could be
Yeah.
challenging.
Yeah. Without, yeah, without eating a donut. Yes, you're gonna have to
Without
do
eating a
that.
donut,
Yeah.
and I mean, I totally
Yeah.
get the idea of having someone else in the house. I think so many of us deal with this, where we're the
Yeah.
only one in our house that eats the way that we do. And,
Hmm.
I don't know if I told y'all that my daughter is moving in with her 5 kids, and I'm like, "Oh my god." What
Pretty,
kind of stuff are they
pretty,
gonna have? I'm gonna try
right.
my best to try to get them to, a better way of eating, but they're coming in as they are, standard American diet people. And,
Yeah.
having those triggers around, like, I have not had to deal with that because it's just been me and my husband. And
Yeah.
so I'm the one who buys all the food mostly.
Right.
So
That's right.
so it's gonna be
That's right.
interesting. It's gonna be
It is.
interesting to deal with that and have to, have things around that I wouldn't typically have in the house. I don't think I'll be tempted. I'm probably just gonna be mad, like, "Why are you
Right.
bringing
Yeah.
this in the house?"
Right. Yeah. Probably. I feel like you got it though. Yeah. Because you know the consequences to that, to
Yes.
eating something that you know you
Absolutely. I
should.
mean, I really suffer severe consequences whenever
Yeah.
I ate some, raw cheese this week, and I can feel, like, a rash right here. I got a rash on my leg, my chest blistered up, my hands blistered up. So, I get some pretty immediate response if I eat something. So I don't think it's a problem with me eating it. It's a problem for me that they're eating it, really more
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm sure that it's hard, her husband's name is Brian. And, it's probably challenging to see Brian eating things that are not going to serve him. So it
It
is
is.
difficult.
Yeah. It is. It is. It
Mhm,
is.
mhm.
Because he likes sweets. He does.
Yeah.
And I know
Yes,
all
he
that sugar is
does.
not good. He does.
I mean, we all like the taste of the sweets, I think,
I know.
but we
I
know
know.
that it's poison. The
Yeah.
sugar is just, it's just poison for us. So that's
Yeah.
the thing, is trying to help other people understand that sugar, while it might have a satisfying taste in the moment, it's really
Come on.
doing wreaking havoc on your body.
Yes.
So, okay, so the emotional eating aspect, having a challenge with the family not being carnivore, and bringing stuff in the house, oh, cut it out. Any moments when you thought about quitting?
No. No, I've been frustrated. But no, I haven't. I feel like we're the same in that way too. It's like once I put my mind to it, I'm doing it. I feel like it's so many benefits from day one. Like it was just so many benefits. Like I just felt better overall. So I know it would be 1,000 times worse if I was to quit now. So I don't know. I don't think about that. I do get frustrated sometimes though, because you got to cook every day, and
Mhm.
you know,
Yes.
you work all day. When you go to work all day, you at work from 8 to 5. When I get home, I don't want to cook. I don't. I don't want to cook, but I have to. The alternative is to go get somebody else food at these restaurants that I do not trust. So, you know, So that's that. So yeah, I get frustrated on not being able to readily get the food that I need if I'm out or something like that. Or yeah, like you can't just come home and like, oh, I'm gonna just eat this. No, you gotta cook something to eat. So yeah.
Well, you can do some meal prep. So that's one thing
Yeah.
that you can do. Do you do any meal prep?
I I try at sometimes, but I'm kind of a like it's what I feel like eating. So if I prep stuff, I would feel like I have to eat that day, or it's gonna go like I don't want, and I might not want it. So then I won't eat it, and I'll cook something else, and then I'll feel bad because I wasted some food. So it's probably best that I cook.
Yes, I like to cook too. I mean, I like to eat my own food,
Me too.
because I find so many times that I go out, I have a surprise. Like
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
Chili's, right? I was wearing a
Surprise.
CGM for a little while. And when I went to Chili's, I had a burger, no cheese, with bacon, just a patty and some bacon. And I had a blood glucose spike. So I don't know that burger patty tasted so bland. It didn't taste like it had nothing on it, not even salt, but it spiked my blood glucose. So I'm like, what is in this food? What is
You
in
know what
this?
I'm sorry. You know what I just thought about though? It might have been the bacon.
Yeah, it didn't
It
taste
might
sweet.
have. I mean, well, we know that I it probably was the bacon.
It probably was.
Maybe.
It probably was the bacon. And then, a lot of times they're seasoning their grill with seed oils.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
it's challenging to go
it
out.
is.
And the more I go out, it's so funny. My family always talks about me because I'm so picky.
You
I'm
always
like,
been like
I'm going to send it back. Yes, I am. I'm going to send it back, y'all.
that.
Something's going to come out
Yeah.
here messed up and I'm going to have to send it back.
Oh my
So it's a
God. You
surprise.
scared me so much with that.
Surprised
You
if I
scared
don't
me with
have to
that.
send it back. Yeah, but
I know.
I'm very because I'm paying a lot of money for the food and I want it right.
This is true. This is true.
And
Yeah.
so, but it's always something. Like this past week, my hands have been cracking and doing all the things because I ate something out, and it's like not
Yeah.
worth it. It's
It's
just not
not.
worth it.
It's
I'd rather
really
eat at
not.
home.
I right. And I've learned from you, like on that. You know what I mean? And it costs too much. Like it costs too much even to go somewhere and get a burger patty, a couple
Yeah,
patties with some bacon and some cheese. Like I did that one time. I went to Wendy's and I got the like baconator, double baconator, like with just the patties in it. And it was $10. It was $10 for
yeah.
that. And that's crazy. And it gave me a headache because it had American cheese on it. So
Hmm.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Yeah, I would rather eat at home. I can make myself a
Yeah.
half-pound burger patty. Is so good.
Yes. Yes. So good. Had one
So
this
what is
morning.
your absolute favorite carnivore meal?
Right now it is ribeye. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But my go to for as long as I've been on carnivore, that was my first carnivore meal, was a hamburger patty um with cheese, but I don't put cheese on it anymore. And an egg, a fried egg. So
Mhm.
now I just do two fried eggs. I'm really trying to cut down on the bacon too, because bacon has sugar in it as well. So it's like,
It's cured in sugar,
what?
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even need as much bacon as I used to. I used to eat
Yes.
5 6 pieces of bacon every day, but now I'm just like trying to cut it. So yeah.
Yeah, what
Yep.
about, the beef fat? Are you getting your beef fat from the grocery store?
I have not been getting my beef fat from the last fat I had. I've been trying to kind of supplement with the ribeye, but I would. I just found some hamburger that was like 73.27, which was cool. But I gotta find somewhere that I can regularly get fat from. So I need to work on that.
Mm.
The one store that I go to get steaks, they put it in their hamburger. So they don't sell it. So I'm gonna have to go to another store. So
Yeah,
I'm
we're on the hunt in this area.
gonna,
Like Kendra lives right around the corner from me, but we're on the hunt for a place where we can go and get ribeye fat because the
yeah.
stores are like, nope, we're not selling it,
Nope.
or they're selling it for way too much. I went to the butcher shop and I got some, and it was like five something a pound. I'm like, that's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Like,
like a meat. Like you might as well get the
yeah, I
meat.
mean, it's more expensive. How can it be more
Yeah.
expensive than ground beef? That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, I got a couple of questions in here I want to bring up. Um, so Calpurina wants to know how to get in the coaching group. I'm going to talk about that at the end. Sometimes burgers have more than just meat in it. Locally, I found burgers have potato starch in it. I left it
Wow.
there and did not buy it. That's crazy.
That is
Like,
crazy.
why?
Why?
Why,
Why'd
why,
you?
why would you do that?
Yeah. Why?
But you know,
I
we
don't.
went to a restaurant recently. We did a 5K together, and we went to a restaurant. And as soon as I taste that burger, I was like, there's something in this meat. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. You
I could
did.
immediately tell that there was something. It was not just plain old hamburger. It had
Right.
something in it. And I didn't do well with that burger meat. So I'm not sure what they put in it, but it was some kind of blend that they did. They probably did it in house, but
Right.
yeah,
And it
it
was
had something.
Angelica didn't remember. She was like she didn't like it either.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I killed mine. I
it just was. It had a weird texture to it, and it had a
Mhm.
very. It was not delicious, you know. And
Hmm.
I love me a good burger patty, but
I
yeah.
know,
So
right?
this is something that you really. Hi, John. I don't know that I've met you yet, but I'm so glad that you're here. So thank you for being here tonight. But yes, we want to be very careful. I mean, when you have to go to the meat department and look at the ingredients on the meat, that's a shame because they shouldn't be
It is.
adding anything to meat. Meat is a whole food by
Right.
itself. So thank you for that comment. Um, there's a couple other comments that I wanted to bring up. Let's see here. So Susan says, I've been a carnivore since June 19th, 2023. No dairy, coffee, or sweeteners. You better kill it, girl. You
Right.
got me beat. I
I'm
had to
trying
move
to
in
get
with
like
my
you.
daughter's family for the past 2 months, eating more ketovore, but going back to strict carnivore. Yeah, that's good. I think that's awesome. You got any comments on this one?
Yeah, that's great. The no dairy. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get like you. The sweeteners I can't do, so yeah. I'm trying it this week. But you go, girl. You got this.
You got this. So Julia's here and she says, oh, I have found when I overdo anything, I feel off. Electrolytes, cheese, dairy in general. I can tolerate, but don't feel good if I overindulge, even if it's carnivore.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. When I overeat, yes. That's very true. Everything has an effect. So yeah, when I eat too much, um, and that's very seldom, but when I do, I definitely feel bad. It's like I don't know. I feel bad.
Yeah. You
Like
know
it.
what I'll find is if I eat too late, like yesterday, I went to a restaurant. I ate that for $85 dinner and had to
And
come
you ate
home and
some
eat
more food when you got home.
had to come
Mhm.
home and make me some bacon and a burger patty. And usually if I eat late and if I've overindulged, it will give me like acid indigestion. I'll have heartburn, I'll be,
Yep.
burping and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But last night I was truly hungry because I didn't have any like symptoms
Oh,
of
okay.
overeating. Yeah. So
What is
I ate
good?
it. What they said it was a 10-ounce steak, but it was looking mighty small to me. So like no, 12 ounce. It was supposed to be a 12 ounce. I think it was a 10 ounce, not a 12 ounce.
Right.
So
Probably.
at any rate, I had to come home and eat again because I was just still hungry. I was not satisfied.
That steak
So
was so good.
she had the ribeye. She was smart. She ordered the ribeye at Black Rock. And I ordered the sirloin, which is usually pretty good. It's usually a pretty giant sized piece of meat, but not this time. Not this time. So Calparina's saying I can do cheese, but the liquid dairy is a no-go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. As soon as I have it, my hands start to blister. So if you guys have never heard of dyshydrotic eczema, it's a true nightmare. I hate it. And then Susan's saying, I definitely feel the pain and inflammation in my arthritis joints and body on Ketovore. Yeah. So I'm ready to feel better. I've already eliminated dairy. I'm drinking unsweetened iced tea, monk fruit too. So good for you, Susan.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We don't want to be feeling those aches and pains.
No, ma'am.
So Julia says, I'll say though that my weight stays good if I only eat any of this between 3 and 5 p.m. Yeah, Julia is really, really strict on her regimen as far as her time of eating from 3 to 5, one meal a day or whatever she can eat between 3 and 5. If I do that, I'm not hungry any other time. So that's really good.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's really good.
That I've been trying to get like Julia, but I'm not there yet. And then Jay says, I have the same issue. I have to complicate everything. Carnivore is too simple to complicate, but I try.
Right. I get it. I definitely was making it real hard. Yeah, but it's simple. Just eat when you can. It's because I'm always trying to figure out, like, man, maybe I should be fasting. Maybe I should be doing this. Maybe I should be doing this. Have a window of eating, but I mean, I feel like you'll get to a point that you will have just that window. And I do it unconsciously. I do it already anyway. Like, I'm in a window of eating. Like, I don't eat past when I come home from work and I don't eat anything else. And so I don't start eating until my fasting app says 10:30 to 6:30 or 5:30, 6:30 or 6, something like that. But I usually don't eat until probably about 11 or 12. And then I eat when I get home. If I eat in the daytime, it just depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just eat when I get home, which is great. So
yeah, that's really good. So Julia's giving some suggestions here. Invest in a second crock pot. Throw a pork roast in one and a beef roast in the other. Let them sit 30 hours and you will have food for probably 2 weeks. LOL. It's a good idea.
I can't do it. It is a good idea. However, I'm not gonna. I know.
Yeah, because when I get home, I might not want that. Like,
I might not want that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do my best when I cook extra meat left over for the next 2 days' meals to have food ready and available. So I never really am able to accomplish that because sometimes, like, I cooked burger patties the other day and I ended up having one that was left for the next day, but I patted it up and put it in the refrigerator and then I cooked it the next day because I wanted to be fresh.
Fresh, right. Yeah, that's the other thing.
And then Jay's saying restaurants will tell you they use real butter to cook, but I always find out the hard way that wasn't the case.
Yep.
I'm not sure about Black Rock, whether they have real butter or not, but what they bring out is what they call casino butter. And it's got all these vegetables, like it's a, what do they call that? When they put all the vegetables inside the butter? And so I'm like, just give me
No.
just
Just
regular
give me
butter.
some butter. I don't.
Yeah.
Right. She brought it up. She brought it out yesterday. I was like, "Is this what you want?" I was like, "Is it whipped? Like, what is it?" I asked for real butter. Do you have real butter? Like, it's not that hard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they,
Did
yeah.
she have it or was that the real butter?
I guess it was real butter. It was whipped. I didn't feel any,
Yeah.
adverse effects. So,
I didn't either, not from that butter, but
yeah.
they scoop it with the same scoop that they use on their
Right.
vegetable butter.
Right.
So I'm like digging around trying to get the butter that's not
And the
got any
inside. Right.
vegetables in it.
Yeah.
So, but I think Black Rock does have real whipped butter.
Okay.
At least I hope they do, because I ate
I
it
hope they do too.
yesterday and
Me too.
I didn't get any reaction to it. I just was still hungry after I ate it.
Right.
Um, Julia says, "Oh, I did forget to say you have to add a lot of butter and salt to the crock pot when you cook them." Yes,
Yes.
we'll definitely do
Yes.
that. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so here's Calpurnia. She says, "I'm like her. I gotta cook what I want daily. I like fresh cooked. Yes, I want my
Yes.
food to be
Yeah.
fresh."
Me
And
too.
sometimes I will cook like a roast, but I'll cook a small one so that me and my husband can eat it and maybe have it for one more day and then that's it. I
Yeah.
I want my mom is here. Hey mom. So mom, the people are congratulating you on your 4th week on Carnivore. So
Good job.
good job, mom. We're very proud of you. All right. So, what lessons learned have you had? What mindset shifts have you had during the course of the time?
um, keep it simple. Keep it simple, dummy. Like, you know, keep it simple. It doesn't have to be, especially when you first starting out. Like, and you told me this as well. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not perfect. You're gonna slip up sometimes. If you do, next meal you right back on track. But just to keep it simple, my biggest thing is that is to eat when I'm hungry and don't eat like just because it's morning or just
Yeah.
because I do this every day at a certain time, then I have to eat breakfast at that time. It doesn't mean that. Um, I really have been listening to my body and eat when I'm hungry. I think that's another thing, just to really recognize when you're hungry. Um, well, Robin, I did a 21-day fast before, a water
Mhm.
fast. You're not really hungry, like
Right.
you're not. We as Americans, we've probably never been hungry in our forever. You know what I mean? Like we're not really like hungry. Like you don't. I feel like we don't know when we're really hungry, and I know I didn't. Like so, to go through that experience and to really go through those days and not be hungry for real, then I know that my body is getting what it needs. And I can just eat when I feel like I need to eat something. When my body is saying you need some fuel, then that's when I'll give it to it.
That's awesome. So, what's next for you? What's your plans going forward?
Um, this month I want to, like I said, no dairy. I want to quit dairy. I'm quitting a lot of stuff this month. Like I'm making it real simple. I want to just do eggs, um, beef if possible, and butter, fat. I don't want to do dairy. I'm not doing the coffee. I just want to see what I feel like in July. August is my 6 month. I'm coming back to talk to you,
Yes.
so we'll see how it goes. I want to move a little more. I want to kind of start working out, like doing some weights, some light weights, or something like that. Just start toning up. But other than that, I just want to just keep going.
So, what advice would you give to somebody who's starting carnivore today?
Um, don't don't look to it for strictly for the weight loss. Like you're gonna be disappointed if you look at it like that. Because as soon as you feel like you are not losing, you're gonna feel like, oh, well, this is not working. But it is. Know that the scale is not the say all end all, like at all. At all. You're gonna see more other benefits, non-scale victories than scale victories. And then some people do. Like I can't say that. Some people see a lot of weight loss at one time, and then they plateau or whatever. But just keep going. Like if you started, like give it time, give it some time. You're gonna see some results. Like, and they might not be scale, it might not be on the scale, but you're gonna see some results. And if you keep going, you're gonna see it on the scale as well.
Great advice. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much, Kendra. But I want to bring this comment up here. Calparina, I'm going to just pop up my email address here. This is my email address that you can reach me if you're interested in being part of my carnivore coaching group. And we can talk about the specifics of that and what that looks like for you if you're interested in that. More people have been coming to me to support them through the initial part of their. Kendra was one of the first. So the other one was my daughter, Angelica, who asked me to coach her. She wanted to do keto, but she ended up becoming carnivore because keto was not giving her the goal. It wasn't allowing her to meet her goals. So, we can talk through what your goals are and, how we can help you accomplish those goals. So feel free to email me if you're interested in coaching and we can talk about it. And then the other thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that I'm having a meetup this summer. I'm so excited. I'm having a meetup here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is called the Impact Meetup and Eat Up with CarnivorousGrama and friends. And it's going to be so much fun. So many good people going to be there. So we want to see you. And we've got Dr. Kiltz coming. We got Dr. Tony Hampton, Denitra Davis, Terry Carver, and Frederick and G. Brown from Hanging with the Browns. The date is August 30th from 12 to 4 is our main event. The registration is $25 for that. And it is a family affair. It's going to be held at the Drake Farmstead Carriage Barn, which is right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And you can scan that QR code to register. This is also up on my website, which is CarnivorousGrama.com. It's going to be a day full of fun. There's going to be some great food there. We're going to have a swag bag. And then we're also having an after party, which is going to be from 4:30 to 7:30. That's $10. And we're going to do some dancing. We're going to play some cards and slam some dominoes on the table. So if you're up for that, come on and let's go have a good time together. I'm looking forward to seeing you all right here in Kalamazoo for the Impact Meetup. And so I hope to see some of you there. Go ahead and sign up and register and come on out and be a part of it. So I see Dee's Ride Service AZ. So thankful for you for coming out to be part of this tonight. So glad that you're here. And I think I got everybody who was in the chat tonight. So Kendra, I'm going to let you go ahead and wrap us up. You can have the final word and then we're going to close out.
I don't know what the final word is, but carnivore is a game changer. And try it. If you're thinking about it, try it. If you're doing it, hey, keep doing it. And somebody's watching you at all times. So this is a great health protocol to just get in better health. And so I'm happy about that. And I'm happy to be a part of this wonderful community of carnivores. I love it. I love it. You guys are wonderful. And thank you, Robyn, for always being so supportive and being the best coach ever. I appreciate you. You are my sister, and I love you so very much.
I love you more. All right, you guys, I will see you back next weekend for another episode of Carnivorous Grandma Speaks. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.